everybody. Welcome to Make an Impact Monday. Lori here. Excited about our topic today. There is going to be so much value with what I am bringing to you today. It's going to change your business in the 15 and 20 minutes that we are here, guaranteed. I'm going to tell you stories about Restaurant Impossible. Hello, Dawn. It's so good to see you. A good friend of mine, Leanne, and a roommate of mine in my 20s, and how this all fits together today in order to move your business forward. So if you are here and you're live, you're part of my team live hashtag. And if you're on the replay, you're definitely part of my team replay. Always know that I'm here every Monday live at noon Eastern to deliver something that can make an impact in your business. So say hello. I'm going to track you in the comments. Ask the questions. Let's have a conversation about today's topic, which is if you want a thriving business, I want you to start focusing on the three-step strategy that I'm going to outline for you today in order to become irresistible to your customers. Melissa, great to see you. Yes, we are going to talk about these three things: the power of your presence, okay? You being live, and the power of that. And I have a story about Restaurant Impossible to go with that. If any of you watch the show, let me know. Julie Fairhurst, hello. Why people need to see and hear you. And it's not what you think. Okay. It's not what you think. It's not the obvious reasons why. And why you need to be top of mind. How this works in the marketing world, and how you being live and showing up always is going to put you on top of mind of your ideal client. So let's dive into this. Let's talk about why we want a thriving business, of which we all want. And maybe back at the beginning of 2022, you made the commitment that this was going to be your year. This is why this is a wonderful, we're into the third month of 2022, which is March. And this is a wonderful way for you to spring into some action using what I'm going to teach you today, okay? I'm gonna hide that banner here for a bit because it gets distracting when we have the words going along the closed caption. All right, let's talk about the power of your presence, okay? This is one of the best things that you can do, right, in your business. Think about this. When you join a network marketing team or an online program, having access to the biz owner or the program creator is exactly what we all want. Nobody wants to buy a program and never see the person again who's running it. Am I right? And if you're joining a network marketing company, we're told to always, look to your upline. And sometimes the upline isn't there. So I want to talk about why you need to elevate your brand with the power of your presence. In fact, I actively search for online coaches that I want to work with, where I have direct access to them and not their team. And I'll be honest with you, over the last couple of years, it has been very hard to find someone who I can connect with, who's the owner of the program. More than not, the owner of the program comes and does, the boot camp or the challenge or the live video series or the webinar. And then once you join, you have access to their team, and that person just pops in very sparingly. This is not how I run my business. This is not how I teach my ladies to run their business. We want to be present, because presence means human connection. And when you have human connection in your business, you will never have to look for ideal clients again. The word will get out that you show up for your people on the constant, and you will start to rise to the top. The top 1%, ladies, is never crowded. Never. People running businesses and doing, what everybody else is doing, it's crowded. It's that blue and red ocean. If you've ever read that particular book, it's that saturation of the market. But when you start to level up, and it doesn't have to be crazy, it doesn't have to run you and your business ragged. What it has to do is that your presence and and the power of you going live, and that's our theme for the month in March here in our group, is that you will now become known. All right. And this whole live today is talking about being irresistible to your clients. And when you get out of your own way and carve out the time and pop on live like I'm doing today for 15 or 20 minutes, it's going to make all the difference. Okay. Well, presence is very important in your business, right? Now, let me share a story with you. My son and I watch a show called Restaurant Impossible. Now, I'm in Canada, and I don't know if Restaurant Impossible is shown in the States or beyond. If you watch Restaurant Impossible or if you have seen it, you can just let me know in the comments. The premise behind Restaurant Impossible is the host goes into restaurants that are struggling and have been for quite some time, and he does a massive makeover in 48 hours. And one of the things he encourages the owners to do beyond their books and cleaning their kitchen and being a great manager is he directs the owners to be front facing. Okay. And what does that mean? It means showing up and being seen in the restaurant and talking to the customers. Why, right? Why do we want to do that? Because when people see the owner, they start to develop a rapport with the owners and then a relationship. No problem, Sylvia. um, and they start to develop a relationship with the owner. And what is going to happen when you have a relationship with the owner of a restaurant? Okay, we're just using restaurants for an example here. They are going to return to the restaurant and they are going to love on that restaurant. My son and I also go to a local little burger and hot dog place. And now when we phone to place our order, they know my voice. They know our order, right? We feel like Norm on Cheers. Like people walk in and they're like, Norm, right? Really showing my age here. But what happens is people return to the restaurant because they develop a relationship with that owner. And it's so important to do. Not only we think for brick and mortar businesses, we would, if we were an owner of a brick and mortar business, at the beginning, we're showing up all the time. We're showing up every day for maybe 8 hours of the day. Hi, Nicole. And we are there and we're like front facing and we're, doing displays and we're talking to the customers and asking them if they need any help. But we sometimes as online business owners think, maybe if I don't show up today online, it doesn't really matter. Maybe if I just schedule some posts for the month, at least that means I'm showing up for my business. And I really want to challenge you today to go live, even just once a week in your business. Okay, this whole theme of going live and springing into action is what we're talking about here, March, in the Launch It Live Simplified group. And I want you to remember that your presence and you showing up for your people is so important. Is so important because, and it really comes down to this, ladies, people do not buy from people they don't know. Okay. So let's go into the second part of what we're talking about here today is people need to see you and hear you. All right. So we just talked about the power of your presence, and now why is it so important for people to see you and hear you? And yes, there are obvious reasons, right? People get to know you, like you, trust you, but people want to see you, right? In order for people to get to know what you're doing, when someone is live, does that not stop your scroll? Right? That's why TikTok and Reels are so important, or so, yeah, not important, but so prevalent, is because the live aspect stops the scroll. The Facebook posts with just the picture or the quote and then the long caption or the short caption is just the norm now. It's just what we come to expect. So if you think you're going to have massive growth with static pictures and captions, it's not going to come as fast as if you were to go live. This is why I sat down and I thought about the content that I was delivering to you this month. I thought about the 20-day go live challenge that I'm giving to you this month so that I could make things easier for you, so that I could help you to be consistent in your business, so that I could take the fear out of going live, so that I could take the, oh, okay, maybe I'm not fearful of going live, but what do I say when I go live? When I remove all those barriers for you, you are able to show up in your business in a whole different light, at a whole different level. And that's my job as your coach here with you in this group, to challenge you to do things bigger, better, and bolder. So, in order for people to know you and like you and trust you, they need to see you, right? And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you don't like seeing your face online, others want to, right? I tell this story or this little statistic every time I run a boot camp, but when we all went to Zoom during COVID, when we all went to Zoom and everybody is seeing themselves online, plastic surgery skyrocketed. Plastic surgery skyrocketed because how many times in a day, right, pre COVID, did you actually see your face online? For some of us who aren't entrepreneurs, not often. But if you're at home and now you're working from home and you're having Zoom meetings, it's the first thing you see. You open up your Zoom, boom, there you are. And so sometimes we are our own worst critic when it comes to going live. We're worried about our hair being out of place, the lipstick on the corner, a blemish here or there. It doesn't matter, right? There's a time in your business when you have to step up and push past the fear of going live. I want you to start to think about what's on the other side of that, right? I want you to think about what's on the other side. Here's the fear, and here's you going live. And, we have all kinds of excuses about why we don't want to go live. I'm planning what to say. I'm mapping it out. I can't find the time. I don't have a quiet place. I get interrupted. There's all kinds of excuses. And I have used every single one of those excuses that I just mentioned. So I am not free of excuses. Okay. So, what happens is when we think about what's on the other side of that fear of going live, of pressing that live button, it's okay, Anne. Great, better late than never. We love to have you. Is I want you to think about what stands there for you, but not only you, but what stands there for your customer. So, on the other side of that fear is that freedom for you. And however you define that, whether that's financial freedom, time freedom, space freedom, what or a culmination of all, when you go live and start to really attract your ideal clients, sometimes that's fearful for us. It's the truth. It is. We want to have a successful business, but when we're on the precipice of actually having one, sometimes we're like, ooh, do I really want one? Right? And as crazy as that may sound, I have heard it many, 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 many times coaching women over the last decade. So when you think about what's on the other side of that fear, for not only for yourself, but for your client, think about you going live and how you can alleviate a pain point for your client, right? I often tell this story of my friend Leanne, who lost half of her body weight using some incredible network marketing products. And can you imagine when I called her up and I said, Leanne, you look amazing. What have you been doing? And her response to me was, I can't tell you. Right? There's that initial, I can't share that with you. That's what it's like when you don't go live in your business. You're not sharing what can truly happen for your audience when you're not sharing your passions, when you're not doing the demonstrations, when you're not sharing the ahas, when you're not coaching them for free until they become your paid client. What is stopping you? I want you to think about what you can be doing if you have to take yourself out of the element and out of the equation. What can you be doing for more people? Right? I want you to stop being the best kept secret in your network marketing business or your niche. And that's why I'm challenging you this month to turn on your Facebook Live, turn on your Instagram Live, turn on your LinkedIn Live, whatever it may be, and show your face to your people. Okay. When you start to think of your customer and truly, truly, truly care and want for their betterment, your fear of going live will start to dissipate. And the more often you go live and have that consistency in your business, the more money you are going to make. Bottom line. All right. The third part of becoming irresistible to your people is that you always want to be top of mind. Always, always, always. Now, let me give you a couple of examples here of what this means for your business and how going live can help you. Hey, Team Caitlin, where going live can help you always be top of mind. Okay. And again, this is our theme for the month. So think about, okay, think about how many songs you know the words to. Endless, right? If I were to start singing a few of them, which I won't, I used to have a beautiful singing voice. I don't anymore. Too many things going on in my throat. If I were to start singing a few songs to you, I bet most of you could keep them going well into the second, third, fourth chorus and beyond, right? We have an uncanny knack for the memorization of songs. Fun fact, okay? Fun fact. I used to have a roommate back when I was in my 20s who would force me to ride around in her car until we learned the words to entire songs. She would play it over and over and over again. Now, I think of the days when you're in your 20s and you actually had the time to do that, right, Siobhan, if you're listening? No, or even think about commercials. So Noelle, who's one of my clients, and I were talking about this last week in our weekly Q&A session, and she was saying, how many commercials do we see over and over and over again? Many, right? I will catch my son in the living room, and if I'm making dinner in the kitchen, and a commercial comes on and a song comes on or the words, I can hear him repeating it because he's heard it so many times. How many of you have done that? How many songs do you know? How many commercials do you know off by heart? This is because we see them over and over and over again, right? Sometimes to the point where we're like, you can't get it out of your head. So why? Why is this important for you and your business? How does this relate? So it's important to show up in order to be irresistible to your customers. The more you show up, ladies, the more top of mind you are going to be, which in the long haul, in the long stretch, that is what is most important. So when your ideal client, okay, has the exact problem that you solve with your business or your program or your network marketing products, and then when they see you for, say, the 15th, 20th, 25th time, if that may be, they'll remember you, they will recall you, and then they will more likely than not buy from you. But if you aren't consistent and you aren't showing up, and I'm talking live showing up, I'm not talking like just putting out a post and less than 1% of your Facebook people are seeing that because the algorithm is so bad. I'm not talking about that. We talk about going live because it busts the algorithm. Any social media platform that you are on and you go live, it's going to do far better reach wise than any static post that you put up. I'm telling you that right now. So going live and going live consistently is going to beat any and all algorithms. So when you aren't consistent and showing up, what's going to happen to your customers, ladies, when they need their problem solved? What's going to happen? They are going to go and buy from someone else because our ideal clients are the buyers. I can't repeat that enough. They're not the people who tell you, I can't afford your product, I can't afford your program, I don't have the time, I don't have the money, I don't have the space. Those are not your ideal clients. And the reason we hear all of that and then start to believe all of that is because we hear it more often than, yes, I want to buy from you. Yes, this is an amazing deal. I can't believe you give this to me for this price. Right? There's more of the negative Nellies than there is the buyers because there's more of them. But your ideal client that you are showing up to serve consistently is the buyer. They want the solution to their problem and they're willing to buy it from someone. And that someone is you when you are consistently showing up. And again, I'm talking live. I'm not talking social media posting out the wazoo. I used to do that. I do it very seldom. Very seldom. I go live consistently and have a six-figure business as a result. When I didn't go live consistently and I did all the posting and all the things all the time on all the platforms, I did not have a six-figure business, right? So I come to you and I tell you this from experience. So being successful, ladies, we know is a long game. It's a long game. If you think you're going to show up in 1 week or 1 month and have the dream business that you've always wanted, I'm sorry to burst your bubble. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. None of us come onto the online space and have the dream business that we want in a week or a month. Now, we have a number of new ladies in the group. Mindy Baxter, who is new to our group, hi Mindy, right? Stated that her struggle with her biz is consistency. Mindy joined the club. I have a shirt, I have shirts, okay? That was me not too long ago as well. I was doing all the things. And when I switched to doing the one things, which is boot camps, that's our specialty, and going live consistently, my whole business changed. So that's why I created the 20-day go live challenge for you all this month. That's why I sat down and I thought, how can I help my ladies get out there, get moving, get started, get, rejuvenate. Spring is here, get building. And this is what I came up with. Now, it's not just about going live. There's 20 prompts in that guide that allow you to go consistently live. So 20 out of any day of the month, or even if you just started now and it took you 2 months to get through the 20 days, that's better than probably what you've been doing before. So it's not just 20 prompts either, ladies. It's 20 strategic prompts. Now, how many of you on the live or on the replay are signed up and have in your hot little hands, I'm going to grab it here, the 20-day go live challenge. Here it is, right? Here it is. It's a guide that walks you through 20 days of going live. So how many of you have it? And how many of you have jumped in and started doing it? All you have to do is start with day one. We're over here on day 5. Melissa has it, but it doesn't matter. If you start with day 1, day 5, it doesn't matter, okay? I want you to think about going and doing these 20 days over the next 31 days or over the next 60 days. It doesn't matter. And being strategic, showing up, being present, right? Letting people hear you, see you, like you, know you, trust you, buy from you, right? This is what we want. So if you have your guide to the 20-day go live challenge, it's going to alleviate a lot of stressors for you. Nicole has it too. Awesome. It's going to alleviate a lot of pressure. It's going to alleviate a lot of anxiety or stress around going live. My hope for you this month is that you crush it going live. And will the first live, if it's the first live you've ever done, will it be the prettiest? No, but who cares? Because every time that you go live, you're going to get better. And so if you don't have the live in this group, it's all over the place. It's in the cover photo. It's in many of the posts, the link to get it. It's free for the month of March. After the month of March, it's going to become a paid offer. So you want to download it and get your hot little hands on it and be in here in the group. Yes, thanks, Anne. Be in here in the group, connecting and letting me know, tagging me so I can celebrate you, share you on my social media channels, whatever it may be. But this is why we need and how we can be irresistible to our followers, to our audience. The strategy behind this, there's always a method to my madness, is it's unbelievable. And you will see it when you open this up and you start to take a look at the 20 days that I have laid out for you. So don't forget, the power of your presence is real. People want to see you and hear you, and you want to be top of mind so that when it comes time for your ideal client to buy from you, you're ready, right? We often sell when we're ready, but we want our people to be able to know that when they're ready, we are ready for them. All right. So, love and hugs to you, ladies. I can't wait to see you going live. Jump in, tag me in your lives, share them with me. Let me know that you're doing this so I can celebrate you. And I will see you here next Monday live for the remaining sessions about going live and attracting your ideal clients. Big love and hugs. Take care.